Let's see what's up for today. Executive orders. Take a look at this for a couple minutes. He signed his first day focusing on reversing Biden-era policies, immigration, and social issues. Trump signed an executive order to overturn 78 actions taken by the Biden admin, indicating a significant policy shift. He also issued orders aimed at ending diversity, equity, and inclusion programs within the federal government and redefining gender recognition to only male and female. Another notable action includes an executive order to withdraw the Paris Climate Agreement, reflecting a change in environmental policy direction. This was the thing where we were spending, what, almost $500 million on this shit for some fucking reason, and it was basically to implement policies around climate change, right? The greenhouse gas stuff, reducing our carbon footprint and blah blah blah. He also issued, we went back to his Trump inauguration speech, or is it defeat DEI? I kind of just paraphrased it, or just summed it up, but yeah. He wants to get rid of DEI and get it back to merit base, and then, right, was like, there's only two genders, male and female, get the fuck out. And then, yeah, he signed a bunch of executive orders to reduce a lot of Biden policies, and he pardoned the Proud Boys and a lot of January 6 people that were still in jail, and so on. Climate change policy and whatnot. I think he also he did affordable housing. Did I put this on here? I think he did a affordable. I believe he did say something about I believe he did say that at one point. Oh yeah, he did that. I mean, we can re-watch this just to see exactly what he said, right?
Order designating the cartels and other organizations to be foreign terrorist organizations.
That's a big one.
Yes, sir.
People have wanted to do this for years. So they are now designated as terrorist organizations, foreign. And Mexico probably doesn't want that. But we have to do what's right. They're killing our people. They're killing 250, 300,000 American people a year. Not 100, like has been reported for 15 years. It's probably 300,000.
This is actually an executive order designating the cartels and other organizations.
Sorry if you can barely hear it, but that's the best audio we could get. Basically, signing it, designating them terrorists. They will now be classified as terrorists. President Donald Trump's historic first day in office, 42 executive orders, memorandas, proclamations, 115 personal actions, more than 200 executive actions, 60 minutes of press Q&A, and 3 historic speeches. He did do that. Right. And this is all before he got up to signing, right, started signing. And he did the Q&A here. Funding to all cities that promote, support, or otherwise encourage LGBTQ activism. Man responsible for coordinating and handling over the Trump and executive orders. He is signing today in Trump's White House staff secretary, Will Scharf. Scharf is a proud Jewish attorney in his 30s with degrees with Harvard and Princeton. Wow. Donald Trump just signed an executive order ending birthright citizenship for illegal immigrants. This is one of the most important issues he can pick a fight on. It will be challenged immediately. Yeah, he's not. Whoever this person is not wrong. Oh no, it's an Animu character. Yet. Run. And we need to stand with them every step of the way in this fight. Oh wow. Wow, he's actually standing with Trump. Hi, Bromy. What do you want, little pooper? President Trump just nuked gender ideology. Here's the full executive order. Very important. The president roughly uses the word sex, not gender. There are 2 sexes, 0 genders, and infinite personalities. Oh. Defending women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth of the federal government executive order. There it is. But I thought women wanted equality. Well, this is for the trans women, right? The trans women who are not actually women, but men who transition to women. So yeah, those are different people. By the authority vested in me as president, by the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, including Section 7301 of Title 5, United States Code, it is hereby ordered, Section 1, propose across the country ideologies who deny the biological reality of sex have increasingly used legal and other socially coercive, right, means to prevent men who self-identify as women and gain access to the intimate single-sex spaces and activities designed for women. I think they're saying this because of the because of how some cases have where there's people going into the bathroom who shouldn't be going into the bathroom, right? And they're going into the women's bathroom and then they start doing some weird shit. That kind of shit. From women's domestic abuse shelters to women's workplace showers. This is wrong, yeah. So they're going, yeah, the bath, because that is a fucking real serious issue, and it has happened. Efforts to eradicate the biological reality of sex fundamentally attack women by depriving them of their dignity, safety, and well-being. The erasure of sex in language and policy has a corrosive impact not just on women, but on the validity of the entire American system. Basing federal policy on truth is critical to scientific inquiry, public safety, morale, and trust in government itself. There it is. Basing federal policy on truth is critical to scientific inquiry, public safety, morale, and trust in government itself. There you have it. Yeah, that's pretty well written up. Okay. This unhealthy road is paved by an ongoing and purposeful attack against the ordinary and long-standing use and understanding of biological and scientific terms, replacing the immutable biological reality of sex with an internal fluid and subjective sense of self unmoored from biological facts. Invalidating the truth and biological category of women improperly transforms laws and policies designed to protect sex-based opportunities into laws and policies that undermine them, replacing long-standing, cherished legal rights and values with an identity-based, in cahoot social concept. There you have it. Basically, they're saying ever since what happened, ever since in the past, right? We have seen this go down the road of just being unhealthy, right? Women being attacked, women's sports being all muffed up right now because they're they're allowing men to take over and basically steal their competition and accolades, right? Achievements. And unfortunately, right, because of biological immutable characteristics, it basically you're invalidating them, right? Harassment censorship work to third-party groups. Trump just signed as banning fat minorities from being models. No way. What is this, defending women? Yes. It is defending women. It's basically protecting the Riley gangs, right? The athletes and the just women in general, really. And kids too. Don't forget about the kids. Oh yeah. Yeah. Removing all capital gains tax on US-based cryptocurrency. Allowing the deportation of non-citizens, including foreign students, for supporting groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. If you're supporting terrorists, we're fucking kicking you out. If you're spouting terrorist ideology, we're just shipping your ass back over to wherever you belong. Oh, fuck. That's a good one. Which is a signed executive order issued by President Biden to lower prescription drugs costs for people in Medicare and Medicaid. Hey, let's go. Lower cut drug costs. Okay, yeah. That helps me. I have to pay for some drugs. I mean, technically my shit is already free due to my insurance. Also, my medication's just some standard fucking cholesterol medication. A professor's here on visas from one of Trump's new executive orders. To protect Americans, the United States must be vigilant during the visa issuance process to ensure that those aliens approved but for admission into what? What do you want? Your dream what? Into the United States do not intend to harm Americans or our national interests. More importantly, the United States must identify. I still don't have a house in the suburbs. Too fucking bad. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, it got caught on fire. Right? You know that fire that happened? That's still happening? Yeah, it's on fire. Fuck you. Before their admission or entry into the United States, and the United States must ensure that admitted aliens and aliens otherwise already present in the United States do not bear hostile attitudes toward it. I said towards. I put an S after it. I don't know why. Its citizens, culture, government, institutions, or founding principles, and do not advocate for aid or support designated foreign terrorists and other threats to our national security. We should add in. We should add in Americans that advocate for terrorists too. Let's just add in a clause that says, basically anyone who advocates for terrorism, yeah, just ship them. Just ship them somewhere. I think the main reason Trump is signing a record number of executive orders is to avoid banging Doug Emhoff. I already told my husband on January 20, 2025, he will sleep with the next president of the United... Wait, huh? The fuck? I don't think that's real. That wouldn't make any sense. What is she saying? You drunk? California has Trump signs to save America. Oh. We could be facing a much darker right now. All praise be to God. Oh no, Kamala Harris is in California right now. Oh shit. Run. Run for the hills. What the fuck? It repeals provision allowing transgender troops to serve in the military. Oh yeah, he did that too, yeah. He was all like, yeah, fuck you guys. Get the fuck out of there. Making us look bad. Aiming to rely on American interests. Affordable. Just signed Florida's decision of 78 Biden-era executive orders. Freeze federal regulations. Freeze on federal hiring. Federal workers must return to full-time in-person work immediately. Direct to address the cost of living crisis. Yeah. Withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty. Oh, in the video, I forgot to talk about I forgot to add in the affordable housing. Withdraw from the Paris Climate Treaty. directive to restore free speech and eliminate government censorship, and directive to the end government weaponization against political opponents. Basically talking about this one's about the DOJ, FBI, and CIA, right? Homeland Security, stuff like that. IRS attacking its own citizens, I think. Alright, and there we have it. And I think with that, we've read enough. We want to keep looking at this stuff. It's called just look up executive order in Twitter. You just infinite scroll because it's just a bunch of people posting about stuff. Alright, on to the next. Elon is Elon is a Nazi because of his fucking soul. Everyone is so fucking crazy about that shit right now. just because he did a gesture that looked like, right, it wasn't even a Nazi slur. It wasn't even close. If you saw what he did, he put his hand on his fucking heart, and then he was like, hey, he was doing a wave, literally. This is a story, the first of many we're going to see my individual content creators and social media over the next week. Here's a video to help people see how to manipulate and how you can see. Oh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I saw this earlier.
So there's clips going around on mainstream and social media of Elon doing what appears
but yeah, in the video, it,
and I want to show you
yeah,
just how
they make it
easily
look
editing
bad.
can make something appear much worse than it actually is.
Yeah.
First, check out this clip from a popular reel going around right now.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's so right there. It looks. It doesn't look.
Did you notice where it cuts off?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to show you the full clip.
The elections, they come and go. Some elections are, you know.
But the thing, right? Also, this instance, they don't even put the audio in, because before this, he was all like, he was talking a lot. He had like, it was like a speech almost. And then when he gets here, it's like, oh, now you hear his speech.
The elections, they come and go. Some elections are.
So it's like you'll find out why, the context of why he did what he did.
This one really mattered, and I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Right, he's thanking people, and then right, he's like, "Oh, I give my heart to you." Yeah, thank you.
My heart goes out to you.
Oh yeah, see, there it goes. My heart goes out to you.
Facts first. The Nazi
That's why he literally put his hand across his heart.
Now, there's two ways to interpret Elon's actions. You can either believe that he was doing the Nazi salute and he did it improperly, or you can believe that it was an innocent moment where a man who is somewhat awkward was excited and wanted to
honestly,
show the crowd that his heart was with.
It's Elon Musk. Come on, he's just an awkward person sometimes.
As he said himself,
he literally has a condition called autism. Come on, people.
Explicitly.
Let's not do this.
Now, we're going to see misrepresentations.
What's wrong with Fetterman? Everyone's fine with Fetterman, but no one's fine with fucking Elon? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Like this a lot
this.
over the next 4 years. So I have invitations to both the pro-Trump and the anti-Trump.
So stupid.
For the anti-Trumpers, just be skeptical of what you hear, because for the last 10 years, we've all been told that Trump is literally Hitler. But the same people that said he was literally Hitler were also smiling and waving for the camera during the inauguration today. I'm not asking you to be blindly optimistic that Trump is going to be a good president. Just be skeptical.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the people that tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Be skeptical. He's a president. He's got a lot of fucking shit he has to do. He's not going to be able to get everyone's everyone's policies right? There's a lot of people who want different policies, and he may not even get to those policies. We don't know.
You that the world is ending, as they are doing in this
Yeah,
clip.
and
For the
yeah,
pro-Trump
exactly.
camp,
People
a
are
lot
just
of us are really excited,
literally
which is great.
freaking
but half
the fuck
country
out and
doesn't see what we're excited about. And they've been told for 10 years that everything is going to end if Trump is in office.
Yeah.
So now they're seeing shadows and they're turning them into demons.
Yeah,
And the
they're
thing
like
to
shadow
recognize is
boxing
that these people
demons that aren't even
stupid,
fucking
they're
there.
just scared. And you don't help someone that's scared by yelling at them. Yes, logic,
yeah, that's
facts,
true.
and truth matter, but so do emotions. And no logical change can happen without emotional safety being established first. Think about it. If it was a friend or family in your life and you knew that they were being misled, how would you treat them? You probably want to be patient, kind, and gentle because they're already scared. So we don't need to also make them feel rejected.
Hey, I mean, he's not wrong. He's spitting facts, spitting facts.
So there's
But I mean, like, also it's also it comes down to if they're even willing to fucking just not freak the fuck out for like 2 seconds and just look at the fucking just go outside. I don't know. Look at the fucking news. Everyone is claiming Elon is a Nazi, is a retard. Yeah, Tiffany Fong. He occasionally posts a lot. I don't even... She's like a content creator? Apparently she interviews criminals. My first interview with Sam Bankman-Fried. He has videos. He is a content creator. Oh no, she does Bitcoin. She does the Venmo, the Bitcoin, the Cash App. Jesus. Got a lot of different methods to try and give her some tips. There you go. Elon Musk is not a Nazi, okay? He isn't. He has autism and just does this when he's excited. God. What the my heart goes out to you. Elon Musk is a Nazi. Legacy Media is actively and purposefully misleading Elon Musk. Never did a Nazi salute. Watch the full video. He simply gestured and said, "Thank you. My heart goes out to you." Exactly. Thanks fucking exactly. Legacy Media is to news what Meghan Markle is to royalty. Liars. That's a good one. That's a fucking good one. I'll give this guy a like. He deserves it. Elon Musk has a good gun full mask off. Now he is actively promoting Nazism. Tesla is now a hate sp- Jeez. Come on, guys. Do this kind of salute to denote he's clearly stated, "My heart goes out to you" sentiment. But he obviously didn't mean it as a Nazi salute, and everyone who says he did is being disingenuous here. Oh, nice. It's Pierce Morgan. See, even Pierce Morgan, who I disagree with sometimes, is fucking like, yeah, this is nothing burger. This is fucking nothing. Alright. I think we're done with this fucking topic. It's stupid. Everyone's freaking over nothing. Yep, here it is. More propaganda. So. Oh god. Urban politics. Yeah, I know, right? How about Democrat? Oh, you're sweet. My heart goes out to you. Hello, human resources? Fired. You're fired. You're fired. Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay, yeah, just got fired from a non-existent department for which he did zero work. Yeah. Recent surge in discussion about CEOs being fired is largely due to high-profile executive departures. Superman under fire after hundreds of images surface of him giving Nazi salute. Oh, the fucking Babylon Bee. Talking about Elon. JSOW is a process of being terminated, fired, and charged with incompetence after she unintentionally shot a man with his own gun. Highly competent with officers, directives. Oh. President Trump's night isn't over yet. At 12:28 a.m., he fired Mark Miley. Good riddance, Scott. It feels good you're fired. So that's what happened. Our first day in the White House is not over yet. My presidential personal office is actively in the process of identifying or removing over 1,000 presidential appointees from the previous admin who are not aligned with our vision to make America great again. Oh shit, he's just... If he's saying if you're not on the same fucking page, you're out. I'm firing you. You're fired. You're super fired. Let this serve as official notice of dismissal for these 4 individuals, with many more coming soon. Jose Andres from the President's Council on Sports, Fitness and Nutrition. Mark Miley from the National Infrastructure Advisory Council. Brian Hook from the Wilson Center for Scholars, and Keisha Lance Bottoms from the President's Expert Council. You're fired. You're fired. You're all fired. Get the fuck out. You're all fired. Trump fires chief Jose Andres, who was pictured with his assassin from the President Council on Sports. Oh shit, I had no idea. Yikes. Mark Miley from the National Infrastructure Advisory Council. Yeah, this guy.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
You're fired. Oh yeah, she needs to. This bitch needs to be fired too. Earlier she said some shit. I wonder if I can find that. Oh, I think I have a news article on it actually.
Right. We are.
Oh, this was in 2022. Oh no. The day is not over yet. Trump promises to fire over 1,000 of Biden's appointees. You're fired. Alexa, who's the president of the United States?
Who's the president of the United States?
The U.S. president is Donald Trump.
Fired immediately. Oh yeah, get this fucking dumbass out. Who's unimpressed by libs of TikTok attack. Fire on day 1. The U.S. withdrawing from the World Health Organization. Will you have the ball? Pierre Poilievre. Will you have the balls to do the same? Unknown 9 is a completely failure. Oh yeah, I heard about this. Yeah, about Unknown 9 being a flop. Oh yeah, I actually made a bunch of fucking bad games or Sweet Baby Inc. influence or some kind of DEI agenda that went through. Right? Oh yeah. All of them should be in there too. There might be some other games, but yeah. Fashion Valley right across from the mall structure. This is not climate change. Is this in California? Because I know there's still fires in California. Oh yeah, San Diego was hit. San Diego adding 3 more fires for Gavin Newsom's California. I can't imagine what started this one. Oh yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't know. Fired. Alright, there it is for fired. Trump issues flurry of orders on TikTok, Doge, social media, AI, and energy. The executive order stuff. Holy shit, this is a long ass fucking article. Fuck me. For day 1, TikTok, the creation of department government, Doge, social media censorship, a declaration of energy emergency, and reversal of Biden order of artificial intelligence. TikTok executive order attempts to delay the enforcement of U.S. law on TikTok to be banned unless its Chinese owner's ByteDance sells the platform. I am instructing the Attorney General not to take any action to enforce the act of a period of 75 days. Yeah, so, you know, Trump's order said. Yeah, so it basically puts TikTok in a limbo, basically, between being sold off or not, or just completely closing down. So they still have time to make a deal, basically. TikTok shut down in U.S. as part of the weekend, but re-emerged after Trump said on Sunday that he would issue an order to extend the period of time before the law's probation take effect. Make a deal, protect the to our national security. Trump also suggests that the U.S. should own half of TikTok. Energy Commerce Committee ranking member Frank Pallone Jr. criticized Trump's TikTok action. I have serious concerns with Trump's because it is circumvent national security election passed by an overwhelming bipartisan majority in Congress. That's what they all say. ByteDance has had 270 days to sell TikTok to an American company, and it's disgraceful they spent all that time playing political games rather than working to find a buyer. Trump's order doesn't necessarily remove liability for any company that helps TikTok stay available in the U.S., the Washington Post reported. Legal experts and lawyers said that already forced. Tom Cotton, chair of the Senate Intelligence, warned Sunday after Trump detailed his TikTok plans that companies could still face hundreds of billions of dollars of ruinous liability under the law, even if Trump's Justice Department does not enforce it. Trump also issued an order to revoke numerous Biden amendment orders. One is an October 2023 order titled Safe, Secure, Trustworthy Development and Use of AI. The Biden order, as we wrote at the time, includes testing mandates for advanced AI models to ensure that they can't be used for creating weapons, suggestions for watermarking AI-generated media, provisions addressing privacy, and job displacement. I like how they made this one. What are you gonna make out of? What, you can't fashion? Hey AI, make me a schematic of a weapon. Hey AI, how do I create a ball? Hey AI, how do I fashion a shank? In other words, White House actions we wrote about yesterday and today. Trump ordered the U.S. to withdraw from the World WHO and reversed steps taken to promote EVs. You know, he did all that. What do we got? Burdensome targeted. Also feels good when bad. Oh, okay. So so this is just going into what all the stuff he talked in his inauguration stuff, right? Literally what we, right, what he talked here, basically. These are all the things he basically talked in. Well, he did like 3 speeches. The dude did 3 fucking speeches, man. He did 3 different speeches, all on pretty much the same thing. Hammering it in. Right, signing executive orders to deal with a lot of this shit. Right, walking back of fucking Biden's dumbass bullshit. I'm just gonna skim and then we'll try to summarize it. Or instead of creating a brand new department, the order gives a new name: U.S. Digital Service. Established a department has been expected since November when he announced the plan to Doge led by Elon Musk. Oh wait, but Vivek Ramaswamy stepped down from trying to do it because he wanted to run for Ohio governor or something? I forgot. Instead of creating a brand new department, the order gives a new name to existing U.S. Digital Service. Oh, okay, so they instead of Doge, they're calling the USDS. United States Digital Service is hereby publicly renamed as the United States Doge Service, USDS, and shall be established as the executive office of the President Trump's. Oh, wait, what? That's confusing. The U.S. Digital Service has launched in 2014. Oh, okay. So the U.S. Digital Service was an Obama admin thing. And now he's renaming that administration to the United States Doge Service. United States Department of Governance Efficiency Service. We're collaborating with government agencies to make websites more consumer friendly, to identify and fix problems, and to help upgrade the government's technology and infrastructure. There you have it. That's why they made it. Trump said in November that Doge will pay. We'll see if this actually comes true, right? These 3 things that they said. Make websites more consumer friendly, identify and fix problems, and to help upgrade the government's technology infrastructure. I mean, they somewhat have already been doing that, but we'll see if they follow through. Will pave the way to my administration dismantle government / excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and to restructure federal agencies. That's kind of. Yesterday's executive order in the department will focus on modernizing federal technology and software to maximize governmental efficiency and productivity. Federal agencies will have to collaborate with Doge, among other things, and the USDS administrator shall work with the agency heads to promote interoperability between agency networks and systems, ensure data integrity, and facilitate responsible data collection and synchronization. Oh shit! So they're going for the full CIA thing. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Right, as well as they're going security engineering shit on there here. Agency heads shall take all necessary steps in coordination with the USDS administrator and to the maximum extent agency consists with the law to ensure USDS has full and prompt access to all unclassified agency records, software systems, and IT systems. Oh shit. Adhere to rigorous data protection standards. So yeah, they're full on. Basically, this is now a security firm in a sense. They're basically a fucking security engineering firm. In protection of the people, in a sense. Trump tackled social media in an order, speech on social media. Is this, the censorship stuff. Yeah, because the UK had some, like, censorship issues and people, not only that, but, people on, right, you had the government censoring people through Meta, Twitter, right, stuff like that. So, Trump made a executive order to be like, hey, stop that shit. Knock it off. Free speech is back. Knock it off. Trump tackled social media in order titled Restoring Freedom of Speech and Ending Federal Censorship. Order targets Biden admins practice of contacting social media platforms about content and government officials believe should have been moderated or blocked. Oh yeah, a lot of content creators got asked by the Biden admin or Kamala admin to do some ads for them. And some of them are on Kick and Twitch and YouTube and whatnot, right? Bunch of fucking industry plant fucking federal fuckheads. Fucking bunch of Fed informants. You guys are shady as fuck. In 2023, the Supreme Court blocked an injunction that would have prevented the Biden admin from pressuring social media firms to take down content. Justices expressed skepticism during oral arguments about whether federal government officials should face limits on their communications with social media networks, like Facebook ruled in favor of the Biden admin in June 2024. Despite the Biden court, despite the Biden court win, Trump's order described the Biden administration's approach as a threat to the First Amendment, which was. For the last 4 years, the previous admin trampled free speech rights by censoring American speech on online platforms. Trump was one of them. Often by exerting substantial coercive pressure on third parties, such as social media companies, to moderate, deplatform, or otherwise suppress free speech federal government did not approve. Trump's orders said, under the guise of combating misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation, the federal government infringed on the constitutionally protected speech rights of American citizens across the United States in a manner that advanced the government's preferred narrative about significant matters of public debate. Government censorship of speech is intolerable in a free society. Oh shit. The order goes on to say that federal government employees and officials are prohibited from engaging in or facilitating any conduct that would unconstitutionally abridge the free speech of any American citizen. Let me again. Unconstitutionally abridge the free speech of any American citizen. Trump further directed his administration to identify and take appropriate action to correct past misconduct by the federal government related to censorship of protected speech. Yes, me calling people a shithead because I want to is protected speech in a sense. It may not be right, it may not be nice to say it, but it is protected speech. calling someone a cunt because they're acting all fucking foolish. Well, right. Fossil fuels, good. Wind bad. Oh yeah, this was the windmill, so the energy crisis. Or the energy, well, would you really call it an energy crisis? Well, if you have rolling blackouts from time to time and the energy companies aren't really telling you stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean, kinda, yeah. Kinda bad, right? Now declare U.S. is facing an energy emergency. Oh, they're just saying energy emergency. Okay, well, there you go. It's an emergency. It's a crisis now. This comes despite the fact that the U.S. has been producing, in the words of its own agency, more crude oil than any country ever. It's also producing record volumes of natural gas, LNG, liquid natural gas. Prices for both have been low in part due to this large supply. Well, yeah. Yet, the executive order states that the identification, leasing, development, and production, transportation, refining, and generation capacity of the United States are all far too inadequate to meet our nation's needs. What the fuck? And why the fuck do we have a lot of it? I mean, I guess we're stockpiling it? Is that why? Then just call it a stockpile. Like, what? The order describes ways to streamline permitting for all of these under emergency provisions overseen by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. On the face of it, this would seem to also be good for wind and solar power, which are produced domestically and suffer from permitting barriers and a backlog of requests for connecting to the grid. But toward the end of the next energy, or toward the end of the text, sorry, energy is defined in a way that excludes wind and solar. The term energy or energy resources means crude oil, natural gases, lease condensates, natural gas liquids, refined petroleum products, uranium, coal, biofuels, geothermal heat, and kinetic movements of flowing water and critical minerals, order says. So basically they're saying wind and solar are not considered energy resources or energy, because they are a man-made machine that produces said things. Whereas energy and energy resource, they're talking like the actual like minerals and right oil and stuff like that. They're not talking about the end product of what those resources come out to be. Is what they're. I think that's what they're trying to say here. Right, because once you process all this, you can make wind and solar, right, with steel and all that, right. If the animosity toward the fastest growing resources of renewable energy weren't clear, a separate executive order makes them explicit, as Trump is putting a temporary end to all offshore wind lease sales. This withdrawal temporarily prevents consideration of an area in the offshore continental shelf for any of the new or renewed wind energy leasing for the purposes of generation of electricity or any other such as derived from use of wind, it reads. This withdrawal does not apply to leasing related to any other purpose such as but not limited to oil, gas, minerals, and environmental conservation. The ostensible reason for this is the alleged legal deficiencies in the environmental reviews that was conducted prior to the leasing process. There are also be an attempt to claw back existing leases. The Secretary of the Interior and Attorney General are instructed to conduct a comprehensive review of the ecological, economic, and environmental necessity of terminating or amending any existing wind energy leases. As an added bonus, the same accusations of legal deficiencies is leveled against a single land-based project, the proposed Lava Ridge wind farm in Idaho, though all government activities related to that project are on hold until it's reviewed. There you go. So he's putting everything on hold till they review everything and make a better educated guess on what they want to do. Burdensome regulations targeted. So talking about Biden's regulations. When it comes to fossil fuel development on the continental shelf, Trump order alleges the burdensome ideologically motivated regulations are impending development. The order takes several steps to speed up permitting fossil fuel projects. It also kills a grab bag of climate-related programs. Okay, yeah, so the Paris climate change stuff and the Green New Deal, you know, all that's okay. One of the most prominent efforts to do away with the emissions waivers. Just Green New Deal. Under the Clean Air Act. Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah. Which enables states like California to set stricter rules than the federal government. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. The Supreme Court recently declined even to consider an attempt to challenge these waivers. I guess because California did it on its own versus having the federal government like enforce something, and states can govern their own ways. The federal government just makes sure they're not doing anything shady and they're still in line with the federal rules. Supreme Court recently declined even administration adopting a policy of terminating where appropriate state emissions waivers that function to limit sales of gasoline-powered automobiles. Also targeted for termination is the American Climate Corps, a training program focused on people entering the workforce. Biden admin effort to determine and consider the social costs of carbon emissions during federal rulemaking will also be ended. He's taking that out too. Several federal rules and executive orders will be targeted, notably those on implementing the energy provisions of Inflation Reduction Act, which have subsidized renewable energy and funded programs like carbon capture and hydrogen production. Many of these are already formal rules published in the Federal Register, which means the new rulemaking process will be required to eliminate them, something that typically takes over a year and can subject to court challenge. Yeah, also, a lot of these things that they're doing, we're not going to feel the effects in the first year. Right, we're probably not going to feel the effects in the second year. Right, it's probably going to be like maybe in the middle of the second year, maybe into the third year. Right, these things take a lot of time to do, especially such large scale. It typically takes over a year. In a separate part of the order titled Terminate the Green New Deal, the order suspends funding provided under two laws that were not part of the Green New Deal: the Inflation Reduction Act and the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Given the funds have already been allocated by Congress, it's not clear how long Trump can delay this spending. Finally, Trump decided he would attack the foundation of U.S. efforts to limit greenhouse gas emissions. The EPA's finding the greenhouse gases are a threat to the public, as defined as the Clean Air Act. Yeah. The endangerment finding is solidly based on well-established science, so much so that attempts to challenge it during the first Trump admin were reportedly abandoned as being unrealistic. Now the incoming EPA admin is given just 30 days to submit a direct Office of Management and Budget on legality and continuing applicability of the administrator's funding. Basically, you have 30 days to give us a report on why we should keep considering you guys. We want a full summary of why the fuck are you doing the fuck you're doing. Okay. There we go. Trump orders U.S. withdrawal from the World Health Organization. Yeah, we read that one in the other article. So they just made another article on it. This was yesterday. If you want to take a read at it, it's a short one. And then this was the EV one today. California air pollution waiver and the EV mandate are banned by Trump. Among the new president's many executive orders were attacks on clean vehicle policies. Yeah. U.S. President Donald swore his oath on office Monday, ascending yet again. Head of the federal government, widely expected, signed a swath of executive orders on his first day, aimed to appending existing policies and satisfying grievances, pulling the country out of membership of the World Health Organization, or reversing the nation's clean health vehicle policies. There you have it. Infrastructure Investment Jobs Act of 2021, Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 were signature pieces of former President Joe Biden's term office. They were, right? Dude, this motherfucker talked about it all the goddamn time, right? These two things. Among other things, the two bills contain many provisions meant to boost U.S. competitiveness in EV menu and build out publicly funded charging infrastructure. Specifically, the IIJA includes $7.5 billion in funding for charging infrastructure, national electric vehicle infrastructure, and the charging and fueling infrastructure programs were modeled on federal highway funding programs, where the funds are disbursed to state departments of transportation, which then award the money to successful applications. NEVI was meant to create corridors of fast chargers along federal highways, and CFI was to build out charging infrastructure in underserved areas. That all seems very unlikely now. Trump has ordered the end of the Green New Deal. He has ordered that all agencies immediately pause and disbursement of funds of NEVI and CFI, and that those agencies conduct a review of their policies. If those agencies want to hand out any of the money from now on, they will have to satisfy the new head of the Office of Management and Budget that doing so can consist with the president's desire to end any favorable treatment toward EVs. So basically, he's saying they have to make a report. He's stopping everything. They have to make a report now on why they should be why they should keep going, and and they need to satisfy the new terms and conditions that are being set. EV tax credit in California's waiver. The executive order unleashing American energy also kills off former President Biden's goal of increasing EV adoption to 50% of all vehicle sales by 2032. The order claims that it is ensuring consumer choice and a level regulatory for vehicle sales. To do this, it eliminates state emissions waivers that function to limit sales of gasoline-powered automobiles. That spells bad news for California and the 17 other states that follow California Air Resources Board's zero emissions vehicle regulations. California has been granted waivers under the Clean Air Act to set emissions controls within its state borders. But the first Trump admin spent much time and energy battling CARB's waivers. Sorry. The previous moves to block CARB's waiver were partially successful and only reversed by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Just over a month ago. Sorry, I said a million. What? The revised clean vehicle tax credit, which provided up to $7,500 in credit toward the purchase of a new EV, or up to $4,000 of the purchase of a used EV, also looks to be in trouble. The executive order also calls out unfair subsidies and other ill-conceived government-imposed market distortions that favor EVs over other technologies and effectively mandate their purchase by individuals, private businesses, and government entities alike by rendering other types of vehicles unaffordable. Right? Yeah, there's a lot of cars right now that are fucking expensive. Because of inflation and, right, they were trying to make people buy EV cars. I mean, even though some EV cars are kind of more expensive, right? However, as the clean vehicle tax credit is part of the tax code, changes to it will require Congress to pass legislation to that effect. As you might expect, environmental groups are not impressed. Well, obviously, they fucking hate the fact that Biden was like, yeah, fuck all your dumb fucking climate change policies. I'm gonna put those on hold for a second. I need to figure out what the fuck you guys are doing. The transition to electric vehicles is opening factories and putting people back to work across the country. The Catherine Garcia, Sierra Club Director of Clean Transportation for All campaign. Instead of building upon progress we've made, Donald Trump remains intent on electric vehicles and taking the U.S. back in time. The rest of the world moves forward on auto innovation, rolling back vehicle emission safeguard harms our health, our wallets, and our climate. I don't think this person understands what if your battery blew up, you're fucked, dude. You know how toxic that battery is when it blows up? You're fucked, dude. Your wallets? Bro, cars are already fucking expensive. EVs are already fucking expensive. What are you talking about? Also, the whole climate change thing, right? It's so minuscule. It's so slow that it doesn't even matter, right? I mean, just plant some fucking trees, literally. Stop being weird about it. If you literally just took, I don't know, like 10 minutes to go find a place to go plant some trees, it would be fine. God damn. Oh man, fucking people. I swear, they talk all this shit about, they talk all this game, oh yeah, we need to do this for our Earth, we need to do this. Do you know what you're doing yourself? Do you know what half of these people are doing? They don't give a fuck about your shit. They don't give a fuck. They are self-destructive people and they will kill the Earth. They do not give a fuck. Just look at all the famous people using the private jets and stuff, right? Helicopters, right? It's already bad. What do we got here? Okay. Let's since we're already talking about some news about this is the executive order stuff. President Donald Trump was sworn in on a second term, emphasizing strong nation that will not be conquered during his inaugural address. Yep. Trump pledged to take action to free rioters in prison after the Jan 6, 2021 U.S. Capitol attack, a speech to supporters. Trump's address included claims of a stolen election and a vision of a preposterous America, stating, "We will be proud, we will be strong, and we will win like never before." The new Vice President J.D. Vance remarked that Trump's address was a hell of a way to start the next 4 years. There you go. What were some of the immigration-related executive orders planned by President Trump during his second term? Key include U.S.-Mexico ordering border walls construction to resume. So keep the wall, the construction of the wall, resume it. Controversial order aimed to end birthright citizenship. Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah, which faced opposition from Democrats and legal groups vowing to challenge it in court. Trump's approach also reinstated that Remain in Mexico policy and designated office specific cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. National emergency declaring would allow military deployment along the border with the parameters set by the Department of Defense. There you go. He is putting military presence, right, resources at the border to deal with the bullshit, basically. What are the implications of Trump's federal hiring freeze? Trump echoes a similar move from his first term, to suspend hiring for new and many existing positions across federal agencies. This strategy aims to reduce government size and is complemented by a directive requiring federal workers to return to in-person work, effectively signing a major shift in workforce management policy. You know. And then, who might the U.S.'s withdrawal from the WHO affect its ability to respond to future health crises and cooperate with countries in global health matters? U.S. withdrawal from the World Health Organization could weaken the global health agency's ability to respond to outbreaks, conduct surveillance, and cooperate closely with other countries in global health matters. No, it wouldn't. I mean, we're just taking away our money. Literally. They don't really need our... They have so much money already, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, all they're doing is, getting medical supplies, right? Getting, like, some kind of, like, private jet or plane, helicopters to, like, fly people out of these places or to get help, right? That's all they do. Just providing resources to try and get these people help. It could also hinder international cooperation on health issues and isolate the U.S. from crucial data sharing networks and research collaborations. Oh, because we decided to fucking take back our funding and be like, fuck off. The move may undermine the nation's standing as a global health leader and make it harder to fight future pandemics. Oh, please. You don't need a fucking World Health Organization to fucking do that. Don't give me that bullshit. Such a stupid fucking statement that some of these people are making. No. Let's go with Israeli Army Chief of Staff submits resignation over Hamas. October 7th attack. Israeli Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi resigned due to security failures related to Hamas' October 7th attack, which killed approximately 1,200 people and led to 250 abductions. Yeah. Apparently, I heard I heard that there's new abductees after the. I don't know if it's true, but like, what the fuck is going on? Apparently, they tried to abduct more people, or they are abducting more people. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if the ceasefire is really actually going on. A ceasefire began recently, allowing Hamas to re-emerge despite the ongoing war, has resulted in over 47,000 Palestinian deaths. Major General Yaron Finkelman also resigned, indicating widespread dissatisfaction within the Israeli military leadership. The Israeli military operations in the West Bank have resulted in at least 8 deaths, as reported by Palestinian officials. What could arise from the inquiries into military and governmental failures? Netanyahu's political future. As the delve deeper into both military and governmental shortcomings, they have revealed failures that could jeopardize Netanyahu's leadership and stability within his government. As the consequences of the attack reverberate through Israeli society, the political landscape could shift dramatically depending on the findings of these inquiries. How has Netanyahu's government reacted to this criticism regarding the ceasefire? Netanyahu is facing severe backlash after his far-right allies, particularly from figures like Itmar Ben Gvir, or Veer, who was expressed dissatisfaction with the ceasefire and subsequently resigned from the government. The criticism stems from the belief that the ceasefire is weakening Israel's military stance and may embolden Hamas, creating instability for Netanyahu's leadership. This domestic dissent is further exacerbated by military failures and public calls for accountability, intensifying the pressure on Netanyahu to address these issues effectively. Despite a ceasefire with Hamas, Israel's military operations continued in the West Bank, targeting Palestinian militants and resulting in at least 8 casualties. These operations complicate the ceasefire's goal of fostering negotiations, as they perceived as counterproductive by critics who argue that it undermines Israel's military objectives while giving Hamas an upper hand. Furthermore, the ongoing military campaign has led to staggering humanitarian consequences, with over 47 Palestinian deaths reported in Gaza, raising urgent concerns about the needs for essential supplies amidst the conflict. There you have it. Submits resignation over Hamas October 7th attack. More articles to read. I want to read some of these. They are locked because some of the news article sites are paid. You have to pay for a subscription. California wildfires. Suspect arrested. Uh-oh, here we go. We got one motherfucker. Finally. Apparently, they let go of the other 2 that seemed to be a little sketch, but they had no real evidence on them. but they finally got one. Suspect arrested in connection with brush fire, quickly quashed by firefighters. An arson suspect was arrested in connection to a brush fire in Griffith Park after firefighters quickly put out the small blaze. The blaze was extinguished in 31 minutes and no structures were damaged or destroyed. Authorities have arrested at least 8 people accused of setting new small fires in the days since the larger fires erupted. When the woman was arrested, she admitted to setting fires and said she enjoyed causing chaos and destruction. According to McDonald. Oh, so she's a pyromaniac. Nice. Great. The Palisades and Eaton fires have already resulted in at least 27 fatalities, destroyed 14,000 structures since January 7th. As of early Tuesday, the Palisades fire was 61% contained, while the Eaton fire was 87% contained. Evacuation orders for the Lilac fire have been issued, threatening structures in the Bonsall area. How many structures were destroyed? Wait, what? Oh. What did I just do? What role do wildfires play, particularly during red flag conditions? And how have they impacted the region in recent years? A role in Southern California, particular red flag condition, as they pose a higher risk of widespread and destructive fires. Red flag conditions meaning there's severe weather conditions that could make the fire worse. And it did. As they pose a high risk of widespread and destructive fires. In recent years, they have caused significant damage to the region, including devastating Palisade Fire and Eaton Fire in January, which resulted under extreme red flag condition. The fires have led to evacuations, loss of property, and environmental damage. Additionally, the Santa Ana winds contribute to danger of wildfires and keep fire weather risk elevated. Sorry, excuse me. What is the significance of the Griffith Park to the city of Los Angeles, and how does it relate to the broader issue of fire safety in the region? Griffith Park is a significant public space in the city of Los Angeles, featuring popular attractions such as the Griffith Observatory, great place, the Greek Theater, the Los Angeles Zoo, and the Hollywood sign. Yes. Due to its size and approximately to residential areas and landmarks, fires in Griffith Park can pose a threat to both human life and infrastructure. The park's location within a fire-prone region and its history of wildfires highlight the importance of fire safety measures in Los Angeles. Factors such as high housing demand leading to development in very high fire hazard zones can increase the risk of fires spreading from wild vegetation into homes. The fire department and local authorities must remain vigilant in managing fires in Griffith Park and similar areas to mitigate potential damage and loss. Like everyone else has been saying in these places where these fires have been happening, whether it's the Palisades, the Eaton, right? Whether it's some fucking asshole who's causing it or some fucking dumb homeless person who leaves the fucking kettle on and it causes a fire. Like oh my goodness. Like, people have been telling people constantly, hey, you gotta be careful of this, because it happens, literally. You got people who are arsonists all up in this shit who are causing fires, literally. Oh, man. Fetterman says he's not switching parties. John Fetterman stated he will not switch party affiliation, saying not going to happen. Fetterman met with President Donald J. Trump and worked with Republicans on legislation which raised eyebrows among some Democrats. A photo surfaced showing Fetterman with a Jan 6 rioter prompting criticism. His office claimed he did not know the individual. Fetterman expressed that switching parties would be a rocket sled to Palookaville and criticized comparison to other senators who left the Democratic Party. Well, the rumors are not true. He is not leaving his party. He is a Democrat. He will never leave the Democratic Party. I mean, he's obviously going to talk to Trump because he is now the president. He kind of has to, right? And there you go. If you want to read more articles on it. Probably just not that deep, really. It's not that deep. Alright, and with that,